All right, we're here with the head coach of the Timpson Bears, Coach Patrick Gandy. Coach, how are you doing today?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Let's
Good.
talk a little bit about last year. 16-0, perfect season, 2A Division One state champions, a magical run for the Timpson Bears and yourself. I know you're taking over the head coaching duties this year, taking over for Coach T, who retired. So just go through last year for me and how special that season was.
Well, it took us it took us 4 years to get to it. Made the semifinals 3 years in a row, then finally got over the hump last year. The kids were dialed in last year. The goal was to get to AT&T Stadium and play for a state championship. Those kids bought in. We had 18 seniors. They ended up going 56-3 in their 4 years. That group bought in. Everybody else below them bought in. It was one of those deals where everything just kind of we knew it was going to take place, but it took its time. We had to go through some trial and error, and we had to take the three semifinal losses. We lost JJ to a knee injury. We lost a couple of key starters last year, so we going into the state game, we were like, it's got to be our time. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be time. So last year's group, that was a fun group. That's a group that any 2A school, hell, any school would want, to run their program. That was a great group that we lost.
Well, and obviously a big name in that group, Terry Bussey, and he's had an outstanding high school career, and he's even started at A&M now already with the spring games and scrimmages and stuff, having a great career there. So you can't replace Terry Bussey, obviously, but how much is this team this year looking to kind of make their own name and nothing against Terry or anything like that, but to kind of do their own thing without Terry Bussey this season?
Yeah. To lose a generational talent like that, that's hard to replace, hard to replicate. One thing we said in the spring is, that group, Terry, Vosky, those guys, Ty, Cam, those guys are gone. This is a new team now. We're the 2024 Bears. So that group's gone. Somebody has to step up. You juniors, now seniors, y'all have been part of the semifinal. You've seen what it takes. That's one thing we've really harped in the offseason is trying to build those juniors to lead, or the seniors to lead now. And they understand that Terry's not there to bail them out. Ty's not there to make every tackle on defense. Somebody else has to step up and do it. And like I said, that's one thing we've been harping on, and the kids have responded well to it.
All right, well, let's talk about the district realignment. We realign the districts every 2 seasons, and this year you still got Garrison in there, who, talking to a lot of people, had it not been for Timpson, Garrison may have been the state champs last year. That's how high they were on that Garrison team. But you got Garrison in there with Shelbyville, San Augustine, Hemphill, and Joaquin. What are your thoughts on this district that you got dropped into?
Well, San Augustine's one that's kind of on my radar because they were young last year, and they have a lot of returners. I think they got 24 returning starters, something like that. And I think it's one of those deals like I just said about us. It may be their time, but you still got to play the game and get out and put the pads on and go hit somebody. Garrison will be Garrison. That's a very prestigious program in East Texas that Coach Alvarez has done a good job. Hemphill is one that's dropping down. They're coming down and from 3A Division II. They're kind of one that nobody really knows about and what they're going to have. And then Joaquin and Shelbyville and those guys, they're going to be competitive. It's going to be a really good district.
All right, well, let's talk about your expectations for this season. I know obviously you want to win another state championship. That's the goal for every team. But what are your expectations and what are you looking forward to this season?
I just want to see the kids grow up. Well, we got a lot of JV kids that are having to fill these, replace these guys that went 56-3. So these guys that have never been under the Friday night lights, they've never been in a playoff environment and been on the field and played meaningful minutes. Those guys have got to step up. And if we can get, the sophomore group and the junior group, those guys that really hadn't been a part of it, if we can get those guys bought in, I can see us making a good run.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you so much for taking the time and talking to us today. Best of luck to the Bears this season. I'm sure we'll talk to you down the road.
Yes, I appreciate you.
All right, thank you.